What's going on, folks? We're back live. It's Dogecoin and Drams Part 2 Crypto Boogaloo. I'm back. If you were here last night, we were chatting about Doge and a whole bunch of other stuff. So I figured I'd hop back on today, have a couple Drams with all of y'all, and see how this is all going. Looks like we got somebody in the house already, which is cool. 2, 3. Okay, right on. Just 1 second. I got to get my computer proper here because it ain't set up the way I want it. It's something I should probably do before I do live streams, but here we are. Okay. I had a YouTube screen open. Anyways, it is about happy hour here, 5:30 p.m. on the East Coast. I am sipping on a rather delicious whiskey. This is a Kleinleash 11-year-old from the Unchill Filter Collection from Signatory, so it's an independent bottling. In particular, this one is matured in first fill bourbon. 11 years old, 46% non-chill filtered natural color. Kleinleash, it's quite delicious, and it's reading the palate really well. A little bit later in the show, I'm going to review something that I just picked up. But first, let me see who is all in the chat. French, you're here again. What's up, buddy? Yep, another live. Been watching the Doge today. Wow. I'm in. Yeah, that's a smart move, man. Get in now if you haven't yet. Yeah, it is. It's at 19 again. It's crazy. Mahir, what's up, buddy? How are things in Delhi today? Tonight? Still nighttime for you, I would assume. Early morning. Even I'm going to pour a dram. Oh, all right. Right on, man. That's awesome. 3 a.m. Yeah, okay. That's right. You are you're like 8 hours ahead. I keep forgetting that. Awesome to have you though, buddy. Hope everything's been good since yesterday when we chatted. Fisk, what's up? Our friend in Canada. How are you, man? Yeah, a little midday live. Decided to hop back on for a while. Because I'm having a couple pours here. Starting, as I was just mentioning, with this Kleinleash. This is a Signatory independent bottling of Kleinleash, 11 years old, 43 or 46%, non-chill natural, first fill bourbon barrel. And man, is it good. It's got that waxy Kleinleash body to it, which is rad. Anyways, so if you were in here last night, y'all heard me hooting and hollering about Dogecoin in the crypto market. We were hitting that 12, 13 cent mark. I think we went over 13 a couple times. If any of y'all bought in, you should be really damn happy today because we are at right about 19 cents right now. So it's legit. It's real. It's going up. Huge spikes today. I think it's been a 45% gain today. So if you haven't got in on the Dogecoin yet, now is your time, man. Do it now. Like this could be big. And the way it's growing, fucking killer, man. Can't complain about this at all. I mean, it's up literally 5 cents. We were getting close to 20 cents earlier, but right now it's at about 18.7. What else is going on? Yeah, man bun indeed, man. Yeah, it's a goddamn mess right now, brother. How are you? You're well, man. Been enjoying the weather? Oh. Robinhood app. You can get in on that. There's in crypto.com. There's a couple other trading apps you can use. If you get it, I think Robinhood is probably your best bet. I think they probably have that in Canada. Dude, I would get in now and like for real, drop what you can, man. Drop what you're not afraid to lose. But this market is huge, dude. This is the second in a row. Elon Musk texted again about Dogecoin this morning in some cryptic little thing with the moon and the dog on it, which totally signifying that he's still on board with it after 48 hours of growth. So it's a good time to get in if you can. It's still selling cheap. Yeah, right? Dude, this could be, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to say it's the next Bitcoin, but this has grown exponentially. It's been getting good press. Elon Musk has been tweeting about it. Pick some up if you can, because this is the time to do it. Literally, since last night when I was streaming, it has been up. Where are we at? It's up 44.8%. And that's in 24 hours. I didn't even buy it that low. I think I got in at like 13 cents. And yeah, we're messing around with 18, 19 right now, like as average. This is the time to get in. Because if this continues, which I don't see any reason it won't. This month or this week alone, it's been up 200%. This month, it's been up 230%. Huge growth. And like the way it's vibing, it's trending on Twitter again. I saw, man, this might be the one to get in on. Yeah, Robinhood app. I think there's like, you can go to crypto.com. There's a couple of what is the one? Bin Couch, whatever that, or Bin, what the fuck is it called? There's a bunch of, but get in. With Robinhood, you can do up to $1,000 of instant deposit, which means they'll like invest it for you before they take it out of your bank account because it takes a few days. Might be a good idea to do that now. Yeah, it's killer, man. Huge growth. Anyways, yeah, so I'm sipping on the Klein leash I picked up today. A little bit later in this who knows how long show, I'm going to crack open this new bad boy. Barrell Seagrass. This is a Canadian and American rye from Barrell, who you know is making great quality craft blends. It is finished in Martinique rum, Madeira, and apricot brandy. 59.2% ABV. So it's coming in hot. That's going to be amazing. So we'll get into that in a little while. That is actually the third named blend that they've done. They had the Dovetail first, the Armida, which was a couple weeks ago, or a couple months, 6 months ago. Yeah. Yeah, dude, do it. Like, if you're going to do it now. I'm telling you, man, tomorrow, like Lord knows, this could be well over 20. If the growth follows any trajectory like it's done today, it's crazy. Get in. Like I was saying, my hero, I mean, like last night I was talking, I was freaking out just to break even because it went down so bad yesterday. I think he went down to like 8 or it was down to like almost 9. We have not went below like 16 today. Ever since it went over 15, it hasn't went lower. Right now, it's just fighting in the 18 range. It's at 18.7 now. It was, yeah, I mean, it's basically held at this for the last couple of hours, give or take, quarter cent, which is great. We're about to hit 19 again. Yeah, it's bullish, man. I wouldn't be surprised if this goes to 20 cents a share tonight. I really wouldn't. Grab your pennies. This is the time. Anyways, this is my second bottle of Klein leash. I've had the 14, which I liked quite a bit. This is, while a little bit pricier, even better. It's got some freshness. It's only 11 years old, so it's not quite as old. But the first fill bourbon is just working perfectly with this. You're getting a lot of this like really nice kind of like peach and citrus note that I just don't think I picked up that much on the regular 14. Yeah, we're at 19 again. Crazy. And I really like these releases that Signatory does. They're not like high ABV, but this unchill filtered collection, you know, they're all 46. I think for the most part, I've never really seen an exception to that. They're not, you know, obviously non-chill filtered. It's natural color. It's a great way to experience some distilleries in a bit more of a raw form. Klein Leash, of course, you know, is used a lot in blends, particularly like Compass Box. Any Compass Boxes you've had have no doubt had Klein Leash in it. In fact, it makes up, I think, a healthy majority of a lot of their blended stuff. But it's good on its own. They only have like, there's a 14-year-old, which is kind of a standard release, but a lot of independent bottlings. So yeah, it's quite an enjoyable one so far, for sure. Let me know in the chat. Any of y'all got opinions on Klein Leash? I just love the texture of this whiskey, man. It's fantastic. I have a couple of Edredar 10 sherries from that series. Nothing but, oh yeah, totally, man. I have one of those as well. Those are great, yeah. And they're not expensive. They were, I mean, they're like 60, you know, or not, a little more than that, 75, 80 bucks, which for what you're getting, I think is awesome. I mean, compared to the regular Edredar 10 that you get on the shelf, like they're way better. And I think they totally punch above their weight. Yeah, definitely get it. Those are fantastic whiskeys. And I think they do like a batch release every year. I think the one I have is from 2008. San Francisco's in the house. What's up, Gary? I hope you're joking at Mahir. I'm not sure what that one was in reference to. 90 Canadian. Okay, yeah, even that though. I mean, it's worth it. I think it's better than a lot of older stuff, man. Like other like alternatives you can get. I mean, I would rival that against even an Abuna in terms of like its quality, even though it's so much less ABV. It is that good. Luis, what's up? Hey, how are you? Nice to see you. Cheers. Great to have you in the house. Yeah, I'm glad you can join. This is another little impromptu, kind of building on yesterday. I was on here for a while last night, chatting about Dogecoin and having some drams, and well, here I am again. Coates, what's up, Jason Coates? Kansas in the house. How are you, man? Great to see you. We were just talking about Klein Leash. I am drinking a Klein Leash right now from the Signatory Unchill Filtered series, 46% ABV, first fill bourbon, which, as it's only an 11-year-old, I think it does the perfect job of kind of rounding off the rough edges. This still has some vibrancy, some spice, citrus. But man, this is a good whiskey. And it just has that. It has that mouthfeel, which I really, really like about them. Good. There you go. There you go. Yeah. Right on, man. Everybody loves the Klein Leash 14. I've never met anybody that didn't like the Klein Leash 14. But man, some of these indie bottlings are really, really good. Oh, hell yeah. Awesome, man. You got a whiskey exchange bottle too, huh? That's kick-ass. Yeah, the other week, Telex and I did a Edredar show on the Telex and Malt show on his channel. We did an Edredar 10 from this series, actually, from the Klein Leash series, the unchill filtered. And then he has an Edredar 21, which he gave a 5 out of 5, which is I think the first 5 out of 5 score he's given to anything on our live show. And yeah, it fits the bill for sure. And then there's like a whole bunch of other Edredar and Balachin releases. I don't know if you've ever seen this one. This is the Balachin. This is like a 10-year-old sherry, one of those straight from the cask versions. Balachin's just like the peated Edredar. Man, it's awesome. If you like Pete, keep your eyes peeled for Balachin for sure. This is a Gary K. Not at all. Oh, are you talking about Dogecoin? Oh yeah, no, you should definitely get in on it. I would. I'm bullish on it right now, especially from what I've seen in the last 24 hours. Yeah, for sure, man. Oh yeah, we got 7 folks in the chat. Has anybody got a sip in their glass right now? As I mentioned, I'm gonna sip another one of these Klein leashes, and then we are gonna uncork and taste the brand new funky blend from Barrell. This is the Seagrass American and Canadian rye, finished in Martinique rum. So that's not the molasses. It is straight up sugarcane, Madeira, and apricot brandy. Whoa. Really stoked to try that. But before we do that, I'm going to have more of this Klein leash because it's that good. Nice gold color, nice natural color. Goddamn. Doesn't that look nice? That's 11 years. That is 11 years. And you gotta, anything with natural color, man, it just, and obviously, I think the non-chill filter is even more important, but God, there's just like nice white, there's like yellow fruits, bit of spice in the background. It's like a nutmeg and what is it? Not clove, allspice, cinnamon too. It's that first fill bourbon. That is, Yeah, Gary, it's the truth. The Dogecoin's where it's at, man. I was live last night when we were petering at 13 cents. It is 18.5 cents right now. And it hit over 19 a couple times today, and I guarantee it will again. It has not dropped below 17 in the last 7 hours, which is amazing. Well, maybe not 7 hours, maybe like 5 hours. Ain't that the truth? Yeah. This one is interesting, though. It's a bit more aggressive. There's a bit more pepperiness to it and spice than the 14. It is 3 years younger, which makes sense. But man, it is still really, really good. Really good. I would love to see more from them. I unfortunately, they're not cheap to get some of the really old Klein Leash signatory bottles or independent bottlings. Man, they are good. I'm totally digging it. I am glad I picked this up. It does. What are you sipping on, Maher? This is our good friend. He's all the way across the pond and then some over in Delhi, India. And so he's joining us at, close to what, 4 a.m.? 3 a.m.? He knows his stuff. And if I'm not mistaken, last night you were talking about he came across a bunch of green tube Lafroig 18s for like 130 USD. Did you end up buying any of those today, brother? And if not, are you going to buy them soon? Because, my friend, you need to do it. You need to do it. That is a criminal price for those. It's highway robbery. Gary, how are things out in San Francisco? Emerald Fusion. Nice. I love Emerald Fusion. Next stop is the Lag 16. Look at this guy, man. Bringing out some heavy hitters tonight. Yeah, for sure, man. Do let us know about that. I'll be really interested to hear what you think. Oh, nice. is it the port version? I think there's two versions. Telix got bottles of those, and in fact, we got to meet up because I need to get that from him. And it's like a port pipe. Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. That would be awesome. Speaking of, the distillery editions, I just got a new distillery edition today. Well, it's not a new release, but it's new because I've never had it. Where did I put that? Yeah. Kalila Distillers Edition. This is from 2015. I've never had the Kalila, so it's the 12-year-old. Like basically all the distillers editions are kind of the same format. They take the a standard age statement version and then they finish it in something. So like the Lagavulin Distillers Edition is Lag 16 and a PX finish. This is the Kalila 12, and it is in a Muscatel finish. 43%, just like the 12. But yeah, man, I got this today, and I've never had a Distillers Edition Kalila, and Kalila is something I'm increasingly been becoming a big fan of. I had a nice independent bottling of theirs last year from Berry Brothers and Rudd. It was like an 11-year cask strength, which was just freaking great. But to find the Distillers Edition is difficult, I've found. So I'm really stoked that I got to find that. You got the port pipe. Awesome, man. Yeah, let us know how that is. Yeah, for sure. I'll be really interested. That'll be something that Telix and I will talk about at some point in time this year, for sure, once we get our bottle swap done. But let me know, man. I got high hopes for that. It's supposed to be quite good. Nice. Let's take a look at the coin. How are we doing? All right, we're still in the 18 range, 18.2. So it's fluctuating a little bit now. We've been on a little bit of a downward trajectory for the last, hour or so. Great time to get in. Yeah. About the last half hour, it's been a little bit of a downward trajectory. Well, now we're now we're going back up again. It's amazing, man. The market on this is crazy. This has just been crazy. I thought it was going to be BS, but I don't think it is. Especially when you got Elon Musk tweeting about it. There you go. He's going for some more en route. Yeah, save that lag for like your last sip tonight. Lagavulin is a closer, What I often find is like I think I'm gonna have the closer, so I pour a peat like I did last night. I poured an Octomore and I was like, oh, this will be the last one. But then of course, you decide to have one more small pour, and you've already torched yourself with a heavy peat. If you haven't yet, would love if folks can smash the old thumbs up. That would be cool. Would appreciate the support. And if you haven't subbed, of course, encourage you to sub if you enjoy the channel. Rolls here. Yeah, a little crypto, a little whiskey. I was on here last night doing basically the same. And Dogecoin has went, it's starting to take off. It's up about 5 cents since last night. So it went from about 12 and a half, and right now we're rolling at around 18. So like things are moving. So yeah, we're just keeping an eye on things, talking about crypto, and having a couple pours, man. Thanks for joining. It's lunch. Quite enjoying this Klein leash right now. Who's that bottle again? It is from that the Unchill Filtered collection from Signatory. And let me see. Oh yeah. It's exactly 11 years old. Literally distilled on June 6th, 2018, bottled on June 6th, 2019. I'm sorry, 2008 was the distillation. June 6th, and then June 6th, 2019 is the bottling. First fill bourbon. and it's working. Oh, here we go. We're on the uptick again. 18.3. Crazy. Yeah, man. It's been really wild. 85% surge in 24 hours equals healthy, normal stuff. Yeah. Are you in on Dogecoin? I was actually quite surprised today. Given the way it crashed a bit yesterday and it's kind of middling, I kind of thought we'd be sitting around the same thing, but man, it's really taken off. Hoping that we can still hit that 20 tonight, which looks like it could. I mean, we're on the uptick heavy right now, already at 18.4. Should I open the Paul John Bold? Yeah. Why wouldn't you? Paul John Bold's good. I have a bottle of it myself, actually. I think it was your reference. Were you the one who referred me to that? Maybe it was Capil. That's the like quote unquote heavily peated, or I mean it's like the peated Paul John, or the fully peated Paul John, if I'm not mistaken. It's a good pour. I've not had a ton of the Paul John releases yet, other than the Christmas editions, 2019 and 20. Both of those are awesome. The 2020 in particular, kick ass. I've had the Paul John Bold, and then I have a Paul John Oloroso. I just haven't opened that one yet. So yeah, crack open the Bold. In fact, I might just have a pour of that after this before we get into the Seagrass, and give you my 2 cents on it. It's been a minute since I've had that. One sec. All right. Okay. We're in good shape here. Appreciate those thumbs ups, y'all. Let me take a look if I got that bowl sitting around here somewhere. Paul John Bold. Yep. There it is. We'll bring that out. I'll have one with you, man. Let me know in the chat if any of you guys messed around with Paul John. Do you have any favorites? It says, let's do it. Yeah, we're going to do it. Let me finish this cleanliness. Give me about 10 minutes. Non-chill, 46%. Boom, boom, boom. It's another nice color. I don't know if this one is actually natural color, but it sure looks like it. It doesn't say, to be honest. That sucks. But it's like hazy. It's got a nice haziness to it. And yeah, I mean, these are all non-age statements, but given the climate in India where these are distilled, it's, they all are older than you'd think. Yeah. All right. So we'll set that up on deck, man. I've not had the Brilliance. Yeah, that's one that I haven't had yet. The Paul John Bold's going to have to really bring it though, because this Klein Leash is freaking fantastic. $18.5. Back on the uptick. Wait till folks start waking up in China. Not sure. I don't prefer amber. The Brilliance. Okay. Now, which amber would you compare that to? The Brilliance is the. Is that the bourbon and virgin oak? I'll be honest. I don't quite remember. You would probably have more deets on that than I do. All the PJs are natural color. That makes sense. I wish they would just say it on the label, because this looks, well, it's tough to say, to be honest with you. I can't quite tell. It looks natural. I'm trying to see if this bottle has like, it's a clear bottle. Yeah, man. Paul John Bold. I gotta say, I don't love the names of their whiskeys. Like they're kind of, I don't know, Bold, Brilliance. They have one other one that's called Edited, which is kind of strange, but minor in comparison to. It's all about the juice. All right. I'm going to get this in the glass, brother. Paul John Bold. I think I did an uncorking on one of my happy hours of this one. And I remember really liking it. There's your color on that. Debatable if it's natural, but Maher says it is. So I'm going to take his word on it. It's such a unique peat. It's almost like a fruity, it's like fruity and clay. Maybe even like licorice. I'll let that sit for just a sec. Let me catch up in the chat. I like to start with the most basic offering and then get a sense of the character. Yeah, totally. Yeah, I agree with you. I like that approach too. I've done that quite a bit. Like I think if you don't, and this is something that I think a lot of like whiskey heads, who've been tasting scotches for a really long time fall into this trap of like going straight for like the older stuff because you're like, I think you can miss some real gems if you do that. Like there's a lot of good younger ones that distilleries put out that, not only, as you were saying, Jason, you get a sense of their style, the characteristics at a good price, but also like there's some legit good young whiskeys that I think get missed. They get missed if they're not, if you go straight for the older stuff. So yeah, I'm with you on that. Roy says, only Indian I've had is Amber Fusion. Yeah, Amber Fusion's awesome. Yeah. Totally, man. I was like, I remember I swear I was in a shop. This wasn't even that long ago. And I was looking at a bottle of the Edited and I'm like, what is this? Like what? Like, I'm not even sure how to read the name. Like it doesn't, I mean, obviously like, there are other distilleries that have issues with their names too. That, I mean, for most folks, like the Bunnahabhain names, it's like, they're all Gaelic and stuff and like, or Scots Gaelic and nobody can read and pronounce them. But yeah, I was just like, I don't know. Paul John could have come up with some better names. The Bowl. I mean, it's all these like, verbs, like edited. Like, what kind of name for a whiskey is Edited? Yeah, for sure. It is a very, very tiny complaint. Yeah. I mean, their whiskey is really good, so that's all that matters. There was a release here a few years back from Amroot, cast-strengthened oak casks. Wish I could source some. Oh, interesting. There's a lot of Amroots out there, man. Yeah, for sure. They're one of those distilleries like Highland Park and like Macallan, even though I'm not a really big, Macallan hunter, where like you can't keep up with all the releases that they have. There's just so many. There's so many Amroots out there. So here's one that I just got a few days ago. Well, no, this was actually not a few days. It was maybe a month or so ago. I haven't opened it yet. You ever seen this one? The Bagheera? I hadn't even heard of it. 46%. I think you want to talk about fonts you can't read. Look at that. Yellow on, it's like gold on green, and it's like as small as it gets. I've always thought it was funny when people bust out the steampunkers to try to read labels, but man, in this case, like I can't even read this. Single malt made to cherish. This single malt exhibits from fruity notes and a taste of dried fruits. I don't know if it's like a sherry and a peat thing. Look at this, man. Just look at this label. How's anybody supposed to read that? Come on. I mean, I like the color palette like here, but my God, like on the back, you could have at least made the font a little bigger. Like there's a whole bunch of blank space here too. Anyways, I had never even heard of this one, and I saw it on sale, so I picked it up. There's just so many damn Amroots out there. Yeah. Yeah. I hear you. I agree. The peat is something similar to Lafroig. Sure, the kind of it's not as much of the medicinal, it's like the iodine. It doesn't smell like a hospital like Lafroig. At least not for me. It's much sweeter. It's sweeter and more like herbaceous. Honeyed. But there is like a black licorice note a little bit too. Oh yeah, well there you go. All right. Well, I'm gonna do a sip here. Cheers. If you were going to compare this to a Scotch, it's kind of like the Lafroig Quarter Cask, except a bit more body, a bit more of like a bourbon influence rounded body, and then sweeter. It's not that like wet wood on a ship deck as much, but the peat hits the palate the same. Not quite as intense, but about the same. It's that drying, a bit like effervescent. I like it. Nice graphically. The interpreter. Yeah. Look at it. So here's the box that came in. Hang on, I still have. And the box doesn't give you much more info. Look at this box. It's huge. Okay, so like it came with like tasting glasses, which is of course like a red flag, maybe. So it does have, okay, so it does actually have some of the information here. Here's what it says. Amrut Bagheera is a single malt to cherish. The single malt exhibits vibrant fruity notes with a tone of dried fruits. Vibrant fruity notes with a tone of dried fruits and peach complemented with mild orangey citrus, vanilla, and toffee. Wow, what a sentence. Please enjoy this tipple at your leisure responsibly. Yeah, this is the box it came in. It's like a fuck, man. It doesn't have any other information on it. So you don't know what it's actually aged in. I thought maybe at first it was like some type of travel retail thing, but it's not. Let me just, we'll check a little bit here. Nothing else in here. Yeah. It came with two little, like not Glencairns, but they were just like tumblers. But I'd never heard of it. 46%, can't go wrong. And so there you go, right? It takes up like the whole damn screen. Gotta throw that out. I'm gonna throw that in the trash. I have no use for that giant ass box. Let me catch up here. A lot of sulfur complaints in reviews of the Bagheera. Oh, that's good to know. Yeah, I haven't opened it yet, like I said. So I'm assuming it's got a sherry then, probably, right? Some level of sherry. I mean, they talk about a lot of fruit on there. Hey, I have a bourbon influence rounded body too. That you do. Me too, actually. Come to think of it. We're back at 18.5 on Dogecoin, by the way. Hanging in there. Back on the uptick. Right? Something. Yeah. It's kind of like Dr. Bronner's soap label. Oh, it's Burnt X Moscow. I know you. Anyways, back to this Paul John Bold. Like, there's a really nice lemon note to this. The board game. notes. Yeah, dude. Right? There's like I know this is going to sound wrong. You know how like sharp lemon pledges? It doesn't smell like lemon pledge. It smells like a lemon, like, I don't want to say fresh squeezed lemon juice. It smells like sharp lemon. A sharpness level that is akin to pledge, but it is not pledge. It doesn't have the soapy chemical note. There's a really like serious lemon note in here. And it works well. There's also ginger. Pickled ginger. You know, like you get with your sushi. Mahir? What are you picking up on that, Mahir? Sounds like it's on the Swedish side. I really like it. Yeah. Aged in Black Panther. Yeah. It does sound good, right? I mean, a hell of a long sentence, but it does sound good. It looks like there's actually more writing on the back of this, but there's no way you can read it. I'm trying to like look at an angle to get the light just right. I mean, this has to be sherry, right? I mean, they wouldn't have put that much color into it. This has to have sherry. This has to be like an ex-bourbon, ex-sherry mix or something. I just don't know. I'd have to look at it online. I mean, I bought it just because it was on sale. And, you know, you got free glasses, and that's cool. But holy shit, right? It's an interesting looking one. We'll get into that at some point in time this year still. How's our Dogecoin doing? Yeah, we're at 18.5. Well, 18.4. It's been hanging right around this 18 for a while now. Good time to buy. There is, and this is an interesting question for you malt heads out there. Like when you know you have a young whiskey, what I tend to notice is like they all have a similar note, and it's. I'm trying to think about how to describe it. It's kind of like clay or like, as weird as this sounds, like concrete. I tend to notice that in a lot of younger whiskeys. Do you have like, I don't know how you guys would describe it, or if I'm way off base here, but like it has a bit of that. It's, you know, like fresh paint. You walked into a room that was just painted. There's a bit of that in here. Again, though, but like the Paul John stuff, because of the evaporation levels and all that, like who knows how old this actually is? I mean, you know, a 3-year-old whiskey in India is like an 8-year-old whiskey or a 9-year-old whiskey. It's similar to rum in that way. The age statements actually belie the, you know, level of maturation by Scotch standards. Yeah, Paul John Bold. So we're back at 18.5 on Dogecoin, y'all. It's going up. What a day. This has been fun. It is up a net 43% today since last night when we talked about this. Hey, Pablo Lopez, how's it going? Hey, cheers, man. Raise a glass to you across the pond over in Spain, España. Great to have you in. We got some other folks from outside the U.S. We got Canada in the house. We got India in the house. We got Spain in the house. And I believe we probably have Northern Ireland in the house as well. Awesome, man. Thanks for swinging in. Do feel free to hit the thumbs up if you enjoy this and subscribe if you haven't, man. Appreciate the support in any way you're willing to give it. We are just talking about a couple whiskeys here leading up to the big event, which is going to be an uncorking of the Barrell Seagrass, which we'll be doing soonish. We've had some Klein Leash. We got some Paul John Bold going right now. A great pour. Honey, caramel, some spice. Not sure which. Yeah, you got the lemon too. Yeah, totally. Yeah, my notes are right there with you, man. That lemon note is. Again, we're drinking this one. The Bold from Paul John. Indian whiskey, 46%, single malt. It's good. Hey, East Texas is in the house. What's up, Daniel? Daniel and I were just chatting not too long ago on the old Instagram. I do have an Instagram page set up for the Malt Muse or whiskey reviews. If you're into such things, I will shamelessly plug that as well as everything else. Yeah, I think I don't know. We'll see if anything else exciting is going to happen with Dogecoin today. But I mean, the fact that we're like literally hitting what looks like a floor at 18 is crazy, considering yesterday that floor was 12. Yeah, this is quite something. If you haven't got in yet, I'm not giving financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but you might want to think about it. Coates is in the house. Yeah, talking to Daniel. Daniel's in the house talking to Coates. Just got home. Right on. He's been a busy man. Yeah, higher and higher floors indeed. I mean, dude, this hasn't dropped below 18 in 2 hours. If we sit at this, like, as the floor going into tomorrow, like, come on. I'm expecting to wake up to good news. I'm currently very, very heavily in this. I have over 5,500 shares right now. So the more this goes up, the better. But I'm not a financial advisor, but I would highly recommend you're going to get in on this action. Now is the time, because this is only going up. I think at this time tomorrow, you could be looking at 24, 23, even 22. But better late than never. And yeah, there's just this freshness. Again, I was saying, like, there's this youthful note to this. I haven't done a full review of this. I'm not sure where it would fall on my scale. I mean, this is probably in the 3.25 to 3.5 range. I like it. It's got some nuance. It brings some like interesting, the barley is obviously from India. It's got a little bit of a different flavor to it. It reminds me, if I was going to compare it to a Scotch, it's kind of like the Bruichladdich Scotch. I'll take that back. This is a 3.5 to 3.75. It's just so damn unique. You can tell it's young, but again, who knows how young it is. Man. This is a great peated whiskey if you don't want to go fully into Lafroig. If you just want to have a peated whiskey that's got some heft to it, it's like this falls between more peated than Lachag 10, less peated than Lafroig 10. And I don't mean by the ppm scale. I mean by how you taste it, because the ppm scale is whatever. It doesn't actually reflect anything that's important, in my opinion. But this is like right in between those two. And that's what I think I'm really enjoying the most out of this. Now, it doesn't have as much of the coastal maritime notes, but it has like a freshness. If like Kalila 12, for example, might be a good apt comparison in terms of the weight, like the freshness of the peat. But it's accessible to somebody. Like, it's not the first peated malt I would recommend to somebody if they were just like dipping their toes in the water, but it's like the third or fourth, right? I mean, maybe you start with like a Oban 14 or even a Highland Park 12, just to like, this is what peat sort of tastes like. Then you move on to something like this, which is a step up, but but it's not Lafroig. It's not, Lagavulin, Ardbeg, Port Charlotte. If there was one whiskey I would compare it to the most on Islay, it reminds me mostly of the Port Charlotte 10, which is a good whiskey. Okay. Anyways, Paul John, bold. It's good. Get a bottle. If you like peated whiskey, if you like Indian whiskey, if you just want to try more world whiskey in general, the Paul John Bold is not going to lead you astray, and it's a great bridge between Indian whiskeys and scotches. All right, I am going to go do a quick water refill and take a quig, and we'll keep the chat going when I get back. So just give me a second. Be right back. All right. How many did I lose? Oh, we still got 7 folks in, which is rad. Awesome. So the empty chair is gone. Okay. So the next thing here before, I don't know, should we do the Barrell Seagrass now? We could, or maybe just have one more something before I get into it. Because after that bold, my palate's a little jacked. In fact, I think I'm going to have one more thing really quick. And I know exactly what it's going to be, just to kind of mellow out the palate. Good old Glen Grant 18. Glen Grant 18 is a whiskey that I just don't know what the hell to think about. I enjoy it. It's probably not worth the price. It's very mellow, not bold in any way. So it's a contrast. But I think it's like a good whiskey to reset your palate, but you hate to do that with an 18-year-old. It reminds me a little bit of like a poor man's Glenmorangie 18. But, this will be a good one to reset a little bit with. And we're still in the 18 cents on the Doge coin. Great. Let me check in. People saying hi to each other. You've been glued to this super fun. Oh, you're talking about Dogecoin? Yeah. I've been all about it, man. I've been following it today. I left the house for a while, but then I came back. Was looking at this, got some stuff done. Yeah, I've been keeping an eye on it. It's been really fun to watch. Not gonna lie. Yeah. Yeah, tell me what you overall think about it. Like I said, what was the price wasn't bad. It was like 60, something like that. It's probably cheaper for you in India. I mean, I like it. It doesn't have the staying power of the it's not memorable. It's not like a memorable whiskey. You have a Lafroig 10, you can never unhave a Lafroig 10. Same with Ardbeg, Lagavulin. The bold, it's like, I don't know. It doesn't have any heavy memory power with me in terms of oh yeah, I got to get another bottle of that. But I like it. Yeah, I like it. Speaking of Jason Coates, I'm going to pour some Dark Origins. Oh, nice. I agree with you. It is a much friendlier peat. Yeah, it is a much friendlier peat. Yeah, I'm with you. Dark Origins was a good choice. Man, I wish Highland Park was something this. You can still find it though. What did you pay for your bottle of Dark Origins, by the way? Just out of curiosity. I did get one. I haven't opened it yet, but I got one. It was like close to $100. I don't know. And I've heard a lot of varying opinions about the Dark Origins. 46.8%. That's cool. Double first fill sherry casks. What the hell is a double first fill sherry cask? Oh yeah, and it's like I'm just going to say this. You know, Brooke Lottie Black Art does this. There are some other distillers that do this with the solid black bottle. I get what they're going for. If you could just put a little line on the side so I could see how much whiskey's in it. That's how you know it's more about advertising than it is about the actual drinker. If they could just have a little strip down the side where I could see what the hell my fill level is. Double first fill sherry casks. Okay. I like that they still have the older label on here. I mean, they haven't went full on Viking, craziness like they've done with everything else. Kirkwall, Orkney, and I'm assuming it's going to say natural color on here because I know they are all natural color, but they do chill filter. Yeah. We'll get into this one eventually. I actually really like the old Highland Park logo presentation more than that new one with the Viking stuff. But whatever. Doesn't really matter. Okay. We're under 17. Oh, now we're back over 18. Dogecoin. $60. Oh, you got it at a good price. Jason Coates got it to 69 tax. I paid like 90. Picked it up for me. What he says. I just saw the name on the podcast. You bought the Seagrass yesterday. Oh, right on. If you're willing to open it, man, we could taste it together if you want, Gary. That would be fun. I'll probably open it in like 15, 20 minutes. I would love to. I'd love to hear a second opinion. You can tell me how wrong I am about it. Thought it was 10 less, but they had that HP 12 on the shelf. Okay. Oh, you're talking about the Dark Origins. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Let me see where we're at here. It is 6:30. Wow, we're already an hour in. Man, time flies. Okay, I'm going to finish this relatively quickly here. And then I'm going to check in with Gary and see if he wants to do the Seagrass. Oh, you don't have it yet. Oh, okay. Oh, you ordered it online. Okay. Well, then I'm going to give you a sneak peek of it tonight. Rick McHugh. Yeah, what's up, Rick McHugh? Have you tried Kilkerran Heavily Peated? I have. I have a review from a while back on my channel if you want to go look for it. It should be on the playlist under Peated Whiskeys. It is the Kilkerran Heavily Peated Batch 1. I didn't have the Batch 2, but I do have the Batch 3. I'll be getting into that at some point in time this year. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Of course it's coming from High Times here. You lucky bastard. I'm looking at an Edredar 10 chill filtered or Edredar 12 Caledonia. 10 unchill filtered. The Caledonia is really good, but get the 10 unchill filtered. Gary, I got to visit High Times when I was out in California in November. I had been ordering them for years. When I lived in Washington, D.C., I used to order from High Times all the time. They had barrel picks, all of this. So I walked into High Times because I was in Huntington Beach, and they're down in Costa Mesa, not far from Huntington Beach. So I drove down there, and I got to go in, and I was like, holy cow, this place is exactly like I imagined it. But as I was walking in the door, they have all these stuff stacked up on display. And I walked past this display. They had the Lagavulin 9 Game of Thrones for, get this, $24.99. I was like, yeah, I'll buy that. I drank that entire bottle when I was in California. I think I might have talked about it on some of the live streams I did out there, but I was just like, hell yeah. You gotta love High Times. Like they just got it such a, like, you know, they had great prices. They were selling Glendronach 15 revivals for $70 there. And then, yeah, $25. Like Lagavulin 9 Game of Thrones isn't like the best whiskey ever, but it's really, I mean, it's damn good at $25. I mean, you see some of these websites, they sell that for like 60, 70 still. I loved it. Yeah, it was a great place to visit. It was cool to see them after I had been there, or I've been ordering from them for so long when I lived in District of Columbia. K7L is near my house. High Times in SoCo. Okay. Okay. Oh, KNL. Yeah. Oh, yeah, KNL. Sadly, KNL won't ship outside the state. But yeah, KNL is another one that's freaking rad. Another good California store is Third Base Wine and Spirits. They had the cheapest. So this is back when I lived in DC. I mean, this was a couple of years ago. They had the cheapest Ugadal I'd ever seen. They were selling, and they may still, but they don't ship to Pennsylvania, so I haven't been going to their website. They sell Ardbeg Ugadal for like $53, which is like freaking robbery compared to like what you see it anywhere around here, let alone anywhere else in the country. Yeah, check out Third Base Wine and Spirits. They also do barrel picks, so they might have some good ones. But I'm sure, you know, if you're obviously in NorCal, so they'll ship it to you. Yeah, check them out. Third Base. In fact, I have is this one from Third Base? Hell yeah, it is. I have a Four Roses barrel proof OESK 9 years, 7 months from Third Base Wine and Spirits right here. Yeah, they even do Four Roses picks. I thought I had something from them. Yeah, they got great prices. You should definitely check them out if you haven't. And honestly, for other folks who are not in Pennsylvania or other places in the country, like Third Base might deliver to you too. Check out their website. I literally built, you know, a quarter of my whiskey collection on Third Base, High Times. What's the other one out there that I can't remember the name now? Yeah, I mean, I have whiskeys that I order from there, like just stupid cheap. And DC is very liberal with its shipping when it comes to alcohol, but they're very pricey, you know, because it's a very tourist heavy city, high cost of living. So like a lot of people have a ton of money to throw around, and you find these bottles at the liquor stores there. They're just like crazy prices. But they're cool about over the state shipping. So man, I had a direct line of FedEx packages showing up all the time from California. Oh yeah, it's nuts. It's nuts. Yeah. Oh, you don't know that? Okay, yeah, dude. Third Base Wine and Spirits. Check them out. Another good one is Mission and Glendale Liquors. Mission Wine and Spirits and Glendale Liquors were some other Cali places that I used to order quite a bit from. All around Los Angeles. And Flask, which is in San Francisco. I think that this is a very well balanced peated whiskey. It is not like Lefroy kind of peat for sure. It's somewhere in between a beginner peated. Yeah. I'm 100% with you, man. You nailed it. Yeah, it's good, right? I don't know if I'll buy another bottle, but it's good. It's like if it's on sale, I'll buy it. But otherwise, like, yeah, you know, I'm not going to run out to the store and get it. But I like it. I like it. It's got some nuance to it. For sure. He's looking at this site now. Yeah, dude. Yeah, Third Base. And you know what, actually, and let me just bring it up and drop it in the chat, because some of y'all might live in states that Third Base will deliver to. If that's the case, dude, they have awesome prices, y'all. it. Check out the chat. Third Base Wine and Spirits. Noogie for right now. I'm just gonna look just because I remember I ordered like 4 bottles of Goodell before I left DC from these guys. They're selling Oogie for let's see. Oh wow, their prices went up on the Goodell. It's $79 now. But they're selling Corey Reckon for $79 too, which is rad. Damn, that's too bad. They used to be so much cheaper on this. I wonder if they've jacked up their prices. Dude, they are selling our bag 50 and the Trayvon for the 19 for $280. Man, oh, that's such a bummer. It looks like they jacked up their price. Huh. Maybe they finally realized. Getting Ooga dolls from them for $53 a piece, and I'm not even fronting about that. Let's see what else they got. I'm just curious now. I'm just going to go look at their Isla list. If they got anything else that's like stupid cheap. Huh. Interesting. It looks like their prices have went up. Man, sorry to get everybody all hyped about it. Their prices seem kind of in line with what you'd expect now, which is frankly kind of lame. They used to be so much cheaper. This was 2 years ago, but wow, what a bummer. They do have a good barrel picks, though. Oh, yeah. So they have a Balcones single malt barrel pick for $69, which is probably fantastic. So if you're a bourbon head, this is the one to get right here. You want to get it. You want to get some bang for your buck. Small batch Elijah Craig, store pick, under $30, or it's $30 when you normally pay $25 anyways. Yeah, that's worth it. All right. Anyways, so sad to see that Third Base has jacked up their prices a bit, but what can you do? Just bought another 100 in Dogecoin. There you go. When it went sub 18. Yeah. What are we at right now? No, we're right at around 18. Yeah. Smart move. Get in now, man. It's only going up. It looks like. Oh, they have a Springbank local barley at Third Base for. Damn, I wish they would ship. I would buy that. And they have the Yard bag. Yeah. Probably not worth what they're asking for it. All right, y'all. Don't you just love the color scheme of this? Fuck, it's awesome. I was so stoked when I saw this at the store today. I was going to order it online. If you haven't been following the channel of late, I've become a huge barrel nerd. I'm all into barrel now. Their bourbons are awesome, and then they have these funky whiskeys with 3 finishes and all this. I cannot believe Dogecoin is at 18 right now. It's crazy. I have a feeling that it's not going to go much lower. BTC all the way. Oh yeah, Bitcoin. Yeah, definitely. You want to make money on the short? Dogecoin. Money on the long? Make the money on Dogecoin, go into Bit. The Seagrass? Yeah. Dude, I love their rye. I have a Canadian rye of theirs, one of the cast strength Canadian ryes and I think it was Peter White that was telling me that it's all from Alberta Premium or Alberta distilleries. Man, that stuff is so good. I did a blind shootout recently. You can find the video of like a bunch of the recent barrel bourbons, 28, batch 28, batch 27, 26, 25. Oh yeah, dude. I think you're right. I mean, we're still at 18 right now. Just it's absolutely crazy. You just got to hold, man. No panicking. It's killing it. Okay. I got to slow down for just a minute. I'm going to do the Barrell Seagrass at 7. So 20 minutes. We'll crack that open. I'm going to get too loose otherwise. I'll start ranting about Richard Patterson again like I was last night. Yeah. Are you you're not in Ethereum or anything like that? Okay. He did it 3 months ago. Oh, he's diversified. Yeah. Are you in Dogecoin? If not, you should be. It's fun. This thing is literally, I mean, we're at 17.7 right now, which is the lowest it's been in like 2 hours, but it's still 40%, 40% growth from yesterday. Yeah. I'm in Bitcoin too. Not nearly as what did Bitcoin do today? Let's take a quick peek. I don't have a ton of Bitcoin. I made $10 today. I mean, I only got about 300 and I have 288 in equity in it. But yeah, it's up 3% today. I think it's a safe bet for sure. Ethereum's up today too. 4%. But Doge, it's all about the Doge. What's Tesla do? What did Tesla do today? Nothing interesting. Oh yeah, you're all eggs in one basket. You should get in on Dogecoin, man. If you know what you're doing, it sounds like you do, dude. You don't want to miss out on this. This is stupid. Stupid growth. We're at 17.3 right now. I mean, so it's going down a little bit. It'll rally. What I found is like, you get the panicking people that sell off, and the smart people hold on to it, and then it rallies back. That's what I've been noticing in the last 48 hours at least. Plus, I mean, it's making its way around CNBC and all the other stuff. 51%. Oh yeah, of Dogecoin. Yeah. Yeah. It's fucking killer day, man. Campbelltown. Oh yeah. Everything crypto live. What's up? How's it going? It is a good day for the Doge, man. Can you believe this? We were hitting 19, man. And now we're still at 17. I wasn't even thinking it was going to get to 15. I thought maybe it would get to 15 today. I did a live last night, and I got in at 13.2, and I was like, like we're barely cracking even. And then today happens, and you're just like, boom. It's a great place to be right now. No doubt about it. Oh, for sure. I mean, if you got Elon Musk, if he sends out another tweet about this, which there are rumors that there's a April 20th message coming out about it. Yeah, keep your eyes peeled for that. I'm telling you, I think Doge is here to stay, man. It's trading at, I mean, we're literally at 17 right now, which is crazy. Thanks for joining Crypto. Smash the thumbs up if you enjoy the video, and love to have you as a subscriber as well. We're talking crypto. We're talking single malt Scotch whiskey. We're talking bourbon. We're talking it all tonight. The rally's coming, though. Don't you even worry. I know we're down a little bit now, but who cares? It's been a great day. Yeah, I agree with you. 100% agree. Okay. So I know I said I was going to wait. It did. Yeah. No, right. Exactly. But that's just it. Like, it was like the meme. The thing about it, though, is now we're fucking skyrocketing again. The thing about it is like it's real if enough people believe it. And I'm telling you, this week people are believers, and at the end of the day, we're back up to 18 almost. We're at 17.7 now. It's crazy. I was skeptical after last night. I was thinking to myself, like, I'm going to wake up this morning. It's not going to be great. And it was middling this morning. But today, it's, yeah, it is. At the end of the day, that is the point. It's all speculation. But there's a lot of people on here. And it's doing damn well. We're about to be back at 18 now. Literally just like that. I wish I could. Yeah, I don't know if there's a way to do a screen share. Let me actually see if this works. Just to give you a quick picture of like what's happened in the last 15 minutes. It's crazy. We're about to be back at 18. And the good thing about this is, like, you're not filled with a bunch of hedge fund speculators and we're going to fucking ruin this. Like, this is very organic, which is kind of fun. Yeah. Investor says for MBT. Yeah, I get it. I totally get it. Roy says, what is Dogecoin used for? Nothing. I mean, nothing right now. But Coinbase is under a lot of, we're over 18 again. Coinbase is under a lot of pressure to add it. And if they do, I think you're going to even see a larger increase. Yeah, here we go. This is just the last hour. We're only 2% less than it was an hour ago, but we're at 18.1 now. It's crazy. Fun times. And it's the 8th. It's 8 in the currency trading right now in terms of cryptos. It's 8 on the list, or 7. It might be actually be up to 7 now. So, get in where you fit in. Yeah, we're at 8. We're about to hit 18.1 again. We're going right back up. China's waking up. It is 6:45 in the morning in Hong Kong. People are going to wake up and be like, oh, shit, look at Dogecoin. We better get in. Yeah. Daily growth today, though, just 40%. Weekly growth, 193. Monthly growth, 213. And we are over 18 again. Right on. Yeah. Good stuff. Okay. I know I said I was going to wait until 7, but whatever. It's 10 minutes till. Okay. Here we go. I did a little hunting today. And I found some freaking dandies. And I got to share these with you first before we do it. So obviously I got that Klein leash. I walked into a place that I knew had another bottle of Springbank, the batch 21, 12 cast strength with the Burgundy. It's 56.1. And I wanted to go grab another. Of course, they had another bottle, which was awesome. But sitting right next to it in the wild was something I didn't expect to run into, and I can't believe I did. It's the score of the month for me. They had one of these sitting there at $75. Freaking Blue Spot 7 cast strength. I was like, I had to double take because I saw the Springbank. I'm like, okay, they got the Springbank. I'm going to look at some other things, but I'm going to grab the Springbank. Then I came back over to get it, and I was like, is that a blue spot in there? It is. So I ended up landing a freaking bottle of blue spot in the wild, no less. Not even on secondary market. I couldn't believe it. So I'm excited. I'll get into that at some point in time. But in addition to that, I picked up some rums. Hampton Great House, the funky Foursquare Masters Master Selection. Is that what it's called? 12-year-old sherry, and it's a 12-year-old sherry and in bourbon matured. But I also got this, the Barrell Seagrass, which is one of the newest releases from the folks at Barrell. And we're going to get into this in just a second. I'm going to put it in the glass first. So if you've been following the channel for a while, you know that I'm bullish on Barrell. I've gotten really into Barrell. Their bourbons, I have batches 23 and through 28, which is the newest one. But Barrell's also been doing a lot of releases over the last couple of years of, not a lot, but they've been doing releases the last couple of years, basically a bourbon or a rye with a bunch of really, really experimental finishes. So the first was the Dovetail. More recently was the Armida. And the Armida, let me just pull it out. I did do a happy hour tasting. As you can see, I've been enjoying this. The Armida here is a bourbon, and it's finished in pear brandy, rum, and Sicilian Amaro casks, right? Barrell does not distill, they blend. And they're probably the best in the biz right now. Maybe, the Bardstown folks Bardstown Distilling is getting up there, but I loved the Armida. I loved the Dovetail. And now the third release that they've done here is this one, which is called Seagrass. The specs on this, they are NAS, but if you go on their website, you can find out how old the stuff is that they put in it. This is a basically American and Canadian rye that is finished in Martinique rum. And if you're familiar with rums, Martinique rums are very specific in that they use only pressed sugarcane juice, not molasses. So it's a little bit of a unique rum. So it is finished in that. It is finished in Madeira and apricot brandy. So 3 different finishes on this one as well, similar to the Armida, similar to the Dovetail. This is going to be another really fun barrel release. This one is bottled at 59.2% ABV. And I'm really excited to get into this. And as I said, I think Barrell, in terms of American whiskey blending, they're some of the best in the business. Bardstown is probably, starting to make a name for themselves. There's a few others, but I think these what they're doing here is, I have not been disappointed in any of them. And in fact, I think some of their bourbons are some of the best I've had. They bottle everything at cask strength. So you're never really or at least close to cask strength, you're never getting like a 40% or 43%, anything like that. So Barrell Armida. I'm sorry, Barrell Seagrass. Let me catch up here quick on the chat before we get into this. Wow, great find. Oh, you're talking about the blue spot? Yeah, right. Stupid find. I couldn't believe it was sitting there. Apparently there's a security you can invest into in Singapore that is backed by whiskey. Really? Do share if you know what it is. High West is also good at blending. Yeah, I agree. Especially now that they're doing their own stuff and it's not MGP. There's been a lot of interesting picks coming out from them that are they're double rye. So I was at Total Wine recently, and there's they have some Amaro finished double ryes or American Prairie bourbons. They also had a vermouth finished. All of which looking good. Wow, you found 2 in the wild as well? Yeah, that's awesome, man. It is super hard to find. ABS. Okay. All right. So here we go. I like it already. That is the Barrell Seagrass. And one more time, it is Canadian rye and American rye finished in Martinique rum, Madeira, and apricot brandy. Barrels. Yep. Okay. Let's get into it. This one retails anywhere from around 80 to 90 USD. You can sometimes find it sub 80. So I'll tell you right away, the Martinique rum stands out the most to me. It's that clean, sugary, unmistakably like concentrated sugar note, which I get off of Martinique rums. So like an example would be the, where is it? I have a Martinique rum down here in the rum section. What is the damn name of it? Ah, buried too far back here. Yes. No, I'm not going to dig it up. Anyways, just trust me on this. It's very, it's warming, but it's floral, sweet, fruity. Wow, very, it's just pleasant is the word that comes to mind. It's very pleasant. Hints of rye spice, hints of clove, hints of vanilla. But that very clean sugar cane, concentrated sugar, like white sugar note really coming through on this. The nose, yeah, all in all, somewhat muted, but it's not bold. Let's give it a taste. Cheers, y'all. Happy Thirsty Thursday. Wow, that is intense. Woo. My eyes are watering. Wow. Okay. All I can say is rich and sweet with a ton of spice. I'm going to have to go in for another taste before I can even give you my bearings. That hit like a Corey Vrecken hit. Okay. Sweet, fruity, spicy, and hot. This needs water. You get vanilla, caramel, toffee notes originally. And there's some stewed dark fruit. Then there is dried yellow fruits. That's sweet. The sweetness is there, and then the rye spice just pounds. Huge, huge rye assault on the tongue. Assault is the right word. Wow. But it's so like, it's spicy, but it's very creamy. It's very fruity. Some herbalness to it. Wow, a lot happening here. This is going to need water. Let me grab the old, there it is. So this is 59.2%. I'm going to drop it down probably quite considerably. I'm going to do like 6 drops because that is fire. All right, here we go. The nose really shines with a little bit of water. Granted, that was a neck pour too, but it's floral, it's sweet, and it's spicy. On the floral side, you're getting kind of like rose water, lavender type thing. On the sweet side, it is juicy fruits, yellow apple, pear, peach, mango, tropical fruit, pineapple. And then on the spicy side, pickled ginger, rye, like very assertive, juicy, grainy rye spice. Just a lot to explore here. And then, I know it says it's pear apricot brandy, and I'll just say, like, if you've ever had a bag of dried fruit, apricots and bananas and stuff, you pick that up in here. Okay, we'll give it another taste here now with water. The water did this justice. Toned down that spice. Incredibly rich. Very complex. Dark fruits. Wow, that spice is still strong though. Holy shit. I'll say this. I really enjoyed the nose. I really enjoyed the initial palate. I will say on the back end of the development of this, though, it is hot. I mean, I put 6 drops on this, and this is still very hot. Incredibly spicy. One of the spiciest whiskeys I've ever had. Cinnamon red hots, like just intense rye spice, like rye concentrate or something like that. Medium finish. It goes back to a nice kind of rounded presentation, but there is an unmistakable intense spice here on the back end. I'll be honest, I enjoy this. I think it needs more water, which is incredible considering. I'm going to pour some of the Armida after this just to recheck in with that, but I do think I like the Armida a little bit more. Whew. Man, that is intense. Let me catch up on the chat here. Oh, nice. Okay, so you're talking about the blue spot. Okay. Yeah, secondary market, that's about the right price I've seen too. Yeah. How do you compare it to the Redbreast 12 cask strength? Better? That would be an amazing feet. Coat's got one for like 100. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Oh, here we go. Do y'all like it better than the Redbreast? I mean, the Redbreast 12 cask strength is so fucking amazing. I will be impressed if the blue spot is better. But I'd love to hear what people have to think. Be honest, the 109 was a gift. Yeah, definitely. At Malmuser Whiskey Reviews. Also time. It is just open, so try. I agree with you. Yeah. This is why I never do a full review of anything when I just uncork it. It's always preliminary. Yeah, I 100% agree. Yeah, it is a large pipette. I have one of these water bottles that keeps water really cold for like hours on end, and so I needed a pipette that was long enough. And these, I thought it was actually shorter than this, but these are the ones they sent. So I broke the glass one that I had because you know how that goes. Possibly, yeah. I like it. It's just hot right now. I mean, it was a neck pour. This is why you don't. In fact, I'm gonna let this sit without the cork on for a while. just to let that oxidize. Incredibly nice nose, especially with water. It was a little muted with neat, but with water, man, that was something. I like it. Yeah, agreed. Oh, he's shots fired. He says blue spot over the red breast 12 cast strength. Okay. Then I know I'm in for something good. I'll tell you, man, like I literally, like I went into this shop. This is a shop I go to somewhat frequently because we get a discount as part of the whiskey society that I'm in. And I went in, I knew that they had at least 2 bottles of the Springbank cast strength 12 for 120, but I knew I'd get a 10% discount on it. So I was like, I'll just go grab another one of those because I need it. Can't go wrong with that. And, I walked in, I glanced at it as I walked by the counter because it's a behind the counter whiskey. And I was like, oh yeah, okay, there it is. They still got it. And then I was like coming back with a bottle of Wild Turkey 101 rye. I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to grab this. It's a liter bottle. I'm going to grab this. And I go back over to the counter and I'm like, hey, I need you guys to grab me this bottle from back here. And they're like, sure. And then I look next to it and I'm like, is that it? Is it a fucking blue spot for $76.99? What? And I was like, how many of those blue spots you guys have? Like, oh, we have one. I was like, bag it up. So I grabbed that and the Springbank. I put the Wild Turkey 101 rye back. I was like, I don't need to buy this right now. Hook me up. Give me the blue spot. I couldn't believe it. If that sat there for more than 24 hours, I would be shocked. But they must have just got a couple bottles. And I walked in at the right time, and there it was. And I was like, yeah, I got to get this. I'm not going to open it tonight. I'm going to open it on a happy hour. So if you're not sub to the channel, I would love it if you did. It'll make sure you don't miss notifications for my Tuesday happy hour, which is every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. I will be opening this on a happy hour. No doubt about it. And yeah, it was just one of those great scores, Every once in a while, good things happen. If you review the Red Breast 12 cans, if you go a month ago, I grabbed some. Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. Red Breast 12 cast strength is amazing. I did just get the most recent one that I've seen, which is like the B2 from 2020. I haven't opened it yet. I had one of the 19s. I thought it was really good. It wasn't as good as the initial one, which is my first ever whiskey of the year, which was like I think the 17, 2000 B117. But I love Red Breast 12 cast strength. Mahir says, is the classic Lottie worth spending $80? No. Well, good. Well, I wouldn't spend $80 on it. Especially if you have alternatives. I don't know what your alternatives are. Like, that's the thing. I just wouldn't do, I don't know, $80 for the classic Laddie. Nah, it's not that interesting. Especially given where I think you're at. Man, this Seagrass is getting better and better. Based on our conversations, Mahir, and where you're kind of at in your journey, keep your $80. You don't need the classic Laddie. It's not that good. It's a good whiskey. I'm not going to lie. But not for that price, and you could spend that money better, especially given the prices you have. You could put that $80 towards another bottle of Lafroig 18 green tube, bro. So save your pennies, man. You don't need to be buying no classic Laddie for $80 when you got Lafroig 18 sitting around, dude. Just put that money towards that. Hell yeah. Yeah. You can't go wrong with it. Awesome. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. I mean, in India, I guess it makes sense. It's a little bit more, but I wouldn't. That's not a whiskey that's that memorable, Save your dollars. Put that $80 towards a Lafroig 18. If the difference between you getting one bottle of Lafroig 18 and 2 bottles of Lafroig 18 is you choosing a classic Laddie as a secondary one, it's not a choice. Buy the Lafroig 18. Even if you don't love it now, you will love it soon. and you could sell it in a couple of years and make enough money to get 3 bottles of classic Laddie. So You don't need to be spending $80 on the classic lottery. Doge is still holding strong, y'all. 17.6. Where you at? I sadly can't invest more in it until the 21st because I reached my limit on fucking Robinhood app. It's a blessing and a curse. But I'm considering selling my Bitcoin and my Tesla and my Ethereum and just putting it all in here because this is where it's at. We'll see. I am up. 270. Okay. What a day for the Dogecoin. All right, I got to do that thing again. I'll be right back. Hold the fort. All right. Swami's still in the house? I'm actually curious if he got his hands on the message that fool. Where is he? Let's see if that guy's around. By the way, if anybody's interested, I'll drop the link in the chat if you guys want. If anybody wants to join and shoot the shit, hop on in. He says, "No, never sell Bitcoin." I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, I don't think I will. Gary's not lying. Yeah, I'm not gonna get too caught up in the frenzy, but I'll tell you, man, Doge ain't going below 17 today, and that is a 4.5 to 5 cent increase from yesterday. It's crazy. I've literally covered the whiskey that I bought today in Dogecoin. All right, I'm going to go back into the seagrass now. God. What a nose. It's gotten so much more interesting with water. In fact, I'm going to put a little bit more water on it still. I like a whiskey that you can put a lot of water on because what that tells you is you get even more bang for your buck. You're starting to get some of that oaky notes. It's like French oak. You say that now, sir. I'll talk to you next week. I'm not saying it's going to be the next Bitcoin, but next week, give this another 2 or 3 days, man. The growth on here is following the trajectory that you saw with Bitcoin. It's that type of trajectory. And if it holds, which it seems to be doing, like it's not dropping below 17 today. And yesterday, you were lucky if it was over 13. And the day before that, you were lucky if it was over 10. And you got Elon Musk behind it. I'm just saying, man, don't miss out. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, preliminary thoughts here on the Seagrass. It's a good release. I like it. It's hotter than I expected. It needs a little bit of water. It's going to need some time. This is falling in that 375 range for me. I think the Armida I enjoyed a little bit better straight out of the bottle. I'm about to pour some of it right now. Seagrass, I see you. So the Armida, in contrast, 56.7, so a little bit lower. Just going to pour some out here just for a point of contrast. So while the Seagrass is a rye finished in Martinique rum, Madura, and apricot brandy, the Armida, which came out not long ago, just in the last year, it's a bourbon, pear brandy, rum, and Sicilian Amaro. I think they really hit the spot with this one, perhaps even more than the Seagrass, but we'll go back in and check it out. Yup, you hit it, man, to the fucking moon. I have covered my whiskey cost of whiskey hunting today just in Dogecoin, which is just a great feeling. This is true. Dude. Yes, Jason Coates. Jason Coates ain't lying. Let's do it. I'm not a Swami. I'm not predicting not Swami Swab, but I'm not like a future seer. But I'll tell you this much. It's got energy behind it. All right. The thing about the Armida is it's just all of those finishes are not as masked. That's the wrong word. They're not as muddled by the intensity of the distillate. And that's what I think separates these two. I think the Armida is better. We're going to give the Seagrass its day in court. I don't think it's bad. I think this is a 3.75 whiskey for sure. And at the price, worth getting. But the Armida is it's a little bit more forward with its uniqueness. And I appreciate that. It's more balanced. It doesn't have, the huge surprise in it. Huh. All right. This is not going to be the last thing I drink tonight, because why not? Let's keep going. 17.2. Oh, look, we're on the uptick again. Shocking. I should just, don't sell now. Hold. If you're in on Dogecoin, don't be selling. I was referring to the Seagrass, not the Doge, he said. I agree. Yeah. All right, Gary, take care. Be well, man. Gary's got to head out. We still got 7 folks in, which is cool. We're about to hit that 2-hour mark, too. Should I don't know. Am I going to keep going past 2 hours? Probably. Let me check my... just a sec, y'all. I just got a great meme from my here. That was good. Yeah, let me just okay. All right. We're caught up here. God, I don't know. The Barrell Armida just hits me a little bit better. It's a little bit more balanced. It's more. I think the lack of the rye spice is what does it. It like it's creamier. It's more harmonious. The Amaro, it gives it some of that spice, or like some of that dryness, but you know. The Seagrass ain't no joke. Peace out, Gary. Mista French. Well, cheers, man. Yeah. I know. I saw you mentioned earlier that you got it on the Dogecoin. So, yeah, you know what's up. What's up indeed. All right. Yeah, we're still in that 17 range, y'all. Don't cash out now. Hold. Don't be foolish. You're going to miss out. Don't be freaked out by these random fluctuations. They don't mean shit. Anybody else here had the Barrell Seagrass yet? There's a real interesting reason why I was attracted to this too, outside of the fact that it's another awesome, interesting barrel release. It's the fact that it's called the Seagrass. So originally when I created my channel, it used to be called Rabbit and Red Reviews. And the idea was that I was going to do whiskey reviews and also horror film reviews because I'm a big horror film guy. However, so Rabbit and Red was a reference to a bar referenced in the original Halloween film by John Carpenter. John Carpenter also directed another film that I really, really love, which is called The Fog. And in The Fog, it involves ghost zombies and maritime shipping and all of this, right? There's boats and all this. And one of the boats that the zombies attack is called the Seagrass. And so when I saw this, I immediately thought about that and was like, oh shit, I definitely got to buy this for no other reason than to like honor what the original channel was. I switched over to Malt Muser about 1 year ago because I decided I wasn't going to do horror films and it was just going to be a straight whiskey channel. So, that's where we're at. And I do love the color. I'm sorry. It looks great, right? It looks great. I think I'm going to do another dram of it, though, after I finish this Armida. I should share. I got another really cool bottle recently. Boogaloo Distillery Micro Province Single Cask. This is a 10-year-old Boogaloo. Take a look at the bottle. It's got the clouded glass bottle, right? This is a 10 years old. It is 63.9% ABV. The maturation on this is Jurincone second fill bottles or second fill barrels. And so you're talking about like a wine, basically. This is, it's called the Single Cask Evolution Exploration Isla Single Malt. One more look. Right? How amazing does that bottle look? I mean, their presentation is just great. This is going to be one that I open up on a happy hour live stream. So if you're not subbed, smash that sub button and you won't miss it. These are only available in the UK. They've done a whole bunch of these with different wine cask maturations. This one in particular is the one I was able to get my hands on. But I do love the presentation, the clouded glass. Clearly they got the, looks darker as it goes up. Here's the, classic Boogaloo tube. Micro Provenance series, single cask evolution exploration. This one in particular was bottled in, or it was distilled in 2009. So this is from the Jim McEwen era, and it was thrown in the bottle, 2019. So yeah, it's 10 years old. Head distiller Adam Hannett and all that jazz. But I am super stoked to open this. It just looks, I'm sorry, their presentation alone. I usually try to eschew presentation as a factor in like whether I buy something, but come on. This just looks so damn good. Look at, even the industrial steel packaging, they just put the sticker on it. Yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. And Boogaloo, say what you want about their prices or whatever. At the end of the day, in my opinion, they've done some of the most interesting things with whiskey in years. So you can't really fault them for that. They've just done amazing stuff. Whether it was with Jim McEwen or subsequently Hannett guy. They've proven a fact about whiskey that I think doesn't get enough credit and is kind of a paradox. So let me lay this out. And please contradict me or affirm me in the chat. Age statements to me are important. It gives you a barometer of where the quality of a whiskey you're getting. And I say quality in a very specific way, that it's sat for at least a certain amount of time, right? NAS whiskeys you don't know. You can only tell by the nose if you're sophisticated, right? That said, I think that the most important factor in between a good whiskey and a not so good whiskey is the quality of the casks. And in my opinion, Boogaloo is a distillery that has proven this point over and over. Whether it was the early NAS releases of Port Charlotte or the quasi-age stated Octomore, that displays to me what can be done with good casks in the young spirit. And to me, this is why I am not bullish about age statements, even though I think I would rather have an age statement than not. It is not the most important factor. And that's simply because look at Octomore, where you have whiskeys that are 5 to 7 years old in most of the cases. And they don't drink that way. They drink with a superior quality, with a superior craft. And that's because they choose great casks. And I think really, if we were going to put it in order of what's most important, cask quality, age statement, non-chill filtered, color. I would rather have all three of those satisfied and have fake colorant than anything else. I really do think a young spirit can be, look at our Boogaloo. So I'm not as angry about the NAS explosion simply because I think on principle an NAS can be done very well. The issue comes when it's done to mask over what was once formerly a nice aged whiskey and is done to jack up prices and, get more money out of you, but not give you the same quality. That's when there's a problem. But I think in and of itself, the NAS approach is not a bad thing because I think the cask is the most important aspect of it. And I think Boogaloo, specifically with the Octomore range, but even with the early Port Charlottes and probably with this micro province, are shining examples of that. So that's where I'm at. Feel feel free to disagree with me. And I'm very open to learning from you guys. As I always say, I learn more from everybody than I do from I would otherwise, and that's why I do this channel. But yeah, I think cask quality takes precedent over anything else. Okay. We'll do a little bit more of this. And then I think I'm going to have to go for a heavily peated whiskey to close things out, but we'll see. Oh yeah, the turquoise bottle. Yeah, don't bother. Just don't bother. Yeah. I'll get you a sample for sure. Cheers. What is the blue box next to your Jameson 18? This one, Redbreast 21. Good old Redbreast 21, which you can't fuck with because that whiskey is ridiculous. Okay, I'm going back in neat. It's so intense, though. Holy shit. God damn. That's the most intense rye whiskey I've ever had. I'm not exasperating in a negative way. I'm just like shocked at how intense this actually is. I mean, yeah, it's 59%, but I almost didn't expect it to be this intense. Wow. I'm going to put some water on it. Jack the Pickled Hound is in the house. Yes, my friend. We're drinking whiskey again. We're starting at cryptocurrency again. We're trying. Yeah, we're just drinking. That one, the brand new Barrell Seagrass. And holy shit, does that thing punch. I want that to be captioned above my bar. I only have a bottle of wine at work. If only. I mean, if only. If only that could be the norm. For most people, it's awesome, dude. No, I'm not. By the way, I should check in on my crypto. Oh, we're back up 17.3. Dogecoin, baby. I'm still covered for my whiskey costs today. That's super exciting. That is super fucking exciting. Yeah, I am not complaining at all. I think this is going really well. If you haven't got in yet, I really do recommend you do. Because if you want to make some money, this is the place to do it. It's all about it's all about this, man. Yeah. Good old classic Bitcoin insanity. I think that's a good price. I don't think you're like in the wrong at that price. I think you're actually probably in a good position. Yeah. Give me just 1 second, Joe. I gotta finish something up real quick here. What happened here? What is going on with this? What is the date today? Sorry, y'all. I'm getting a little distracted. Too fucking funny. Too funny. Okay, 1 moment. I'm trying to get more Dogecoin. And it's taking longer than I thought it would. Okay. There we go. We got more Dogecoin. Got it. All right. I'm going to do one more dram, though. What it should be, I don't know. Something peated. Smoky and peated. Oh, I know what it's going to be. It is going to be Lagavulin, 12 years old. Not that one. Wait, this one? No. It's going to be the 2019. 12 years old. Lagavulin. Gas strength. By the way, don't look now. Dogecoin's about to hit 18 again. Oh, right on. Yeah, for sure, man. Right? You can't go wrong with it. By the way, if you haven't yet, would love it if you guys would smash the old thumbs up button. It does a lot to get more folks in the know about our little listed community that we got here. Would love it if you guys would take a second to do that. Not, that's fine too. What can I say? Y'all are independent people. Move the fuck over. Oh shit! Well, we can't forget this one.
A little lag. Lagavulin. That is the 12 from 28. What are we going to do?
What can you do? I'm making a mess. Hell yes, man. It is. And now this 2819, I know has gotten some negative feedback from some folks. And like, I know Ralphie loved it, but there's other people that have hated it. You know, I haven't bought the 2020 yet, but the Lagavulin 12 is just so good. I have a Jazz Fest right here. This is the 2018 Jazz Fest. Maybe I'll do a little comparison. We'll see. Cheers, Mahir. Cheers, cheers, cheers. God, I love this whiskey. Who said we're thinking about becoming a crypto channel? Well, we just hit 18 again on Dogecoin. So. Oh, you have the 17 open. Man, yeah, I've heard nothing but amazing things about the 17. That's a good one to have. Man, what a pour. The thing I like about this 2019 is how like elemental it is. It's so very like distillate forward, but you get just a ton of the creaminess, of the like bourbon casks, and then you get that heavy peat smoke, peat effervescent spice. Like it tastes very stripped down and very distillate forward. And I it's a little bit of a different one. I have the 2018 as well, and I think that one's not similar. I like what they did with this one. I have not had the 2020, and I've heard mixed reactions about it, but yeah, it is just a damn good whiskey, man. It's a damn good whiskey. It's one of these whiskeys that's, I think, you know, even though the prices have went up, and they really have, and they've went up in not great ways. They used to be like $110. Now they're like 150. It's hard to say that these are worth it at that price, but I don't know. It's tough to say. I saw an old Glentronic 18, but Hazelburn 13 Oloroso 12 Cask at 140. Oh, nice. Those are great pickups. Hell yeah, man. You can never go wrong with Springbank 12 Cask strength. No matter the batch. I know some are better than others or whatever, but you really can't go wrong with it, ever. It's that good. Oh, we're over 18 again with Dogecoin, by the way. Hope you guys bought low. But this might still be low, so you might want to buy now. Okay. It is, what time is it? 7:45. So we've been on for, wow, over 2 hours. Okay. I am going to get myself some dinner. I might hop on later for a little after show, but if not, keep your eyes peeled if you're a subscriber. Tomorrow, I have a new whiskey review that'll drop, because I drop them every Friday. And of course, Tuesday happy hour will be a thing. I think the video post is already up for that, and so I hope to be able to see as many folks there. And if not, I want everybody to stay safe, be well. It's been great hanging out. Like I said, I might hop on a little bit later tonight. We'll see. Got to eat first. And we'll go from there. And if you haven't got in on Dogecoin yet, you should, because we're back over 1,800, which is crazy. So, you know, make wise decisions. I'm not a financial advisor, but might want to be in on this before it's too late. I'll raise a glass to everybody, man. Sláinte, stay safe, be well.